So we want to welcome everybody to our sharing this afternoon. You notice that, and we want to say a big hello to all the parents who will be watching this video. We would love to have had you here, and maybe next year that will happen. But this year, we're glad that we're able to make this video for you. Your children have been wonderful, and we've had a great time with them. They've had such a positive energy throughout the whole week, positive attitude, and it's been a joy. Through this week, hopefully you've had a chance to look at our website and that Mr. John Black created for us and been able to see the workshop leaders that we've had and the workshops that the students have had. Each student has participated in 8 different workshops, including all kinds of things related to the world of theater, such as makeup and lighting design and puppetry and so many more, and you can see all of those on our website. We also have some wonderful pictures on the website and video clips that you can see so that you can feel like you are part of this as well. A big part of our focus and our theme has been the future, and the students helped me decide on that theme, Future in Our Hands. And we've talked about the inspiration of the future and our hopes for the future and what role we can play in the future and how we might influence the future through the arts. The other thing that we were able to do is just a couple weeks ago, I think it was just 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was able to join with the 4th grade students, and we started the process of brainstorming ideas we have of what we think the future will look like. And through the process of brainstorming, we also started doing some writing about what if we had a story about time traveling into the future. And then some of the students in this room started writing and sending me little clips of their plays. And I would like all the students in the room who wrote parts of the plays that you will see this afternoon to stand up. Could all the writers in each of the classes stand up? Let's give them a big round of applause. Proud of you guys. Very good. And then I took what they wrote and tried to weave it all together into a play, everybody's ideas. The kids have also contributed music. Some of them have drawn graphics. Some of them have made props. They wanted to do a lot more, but we didn't have time. But it shows how capable and artistic they are in their thinking. So it was a wonderful process for me to be a part of as well. I want to say a huge thank you to the 4th grade teachers for their patience, their understanding, and their undying support through the festival. Let's give it up for the 4th grade teachers. Thank you so much. And finally, I want to say thank you to all the other people who were part of our festival and who did presentations, who did workshops, who did behind the scenes work, everybody that was a part of it. We'll say thank you later for them too. Thank you guys. All right, I'd like to turn it over right now to Mr. Jason Lee, who was our dance workshop leader, and he has a special presentation he would like to introduce for us.
Yeah, thank you, Mrs. Moon. Everybody make some noise. All right, I'm gonna warm you up for 30 seconds. I need you guys to get moving a little bit because we got something special happening real soon, in about a minute. So everyone, I want you guys to wave your hands. Wave, wave. Yeah, I'm a hype man now. No, on beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. Clap it. 1, 2, 4. Yeah, that's how you clap. On the 2, 4, 6, and 8. Nod your head. Nod your head. Oh, you guys are good. 9. And chicken. Chicken. There you go. Chicken head. All right, good. Everyone make some noise. All right. Cool. All right, I wanted to see the moves you guys learned this week. All right, before I give you a surprise, I just want to say I want to get my words in too, because this week has been a real it's been the best week ever for me in 2021 because I've been able to work with you. And I'm so overwhelmed and surprised that you guys went from zero, not knowing how to dance, to hero. Y'all went from zero to hero, so I can't wait till you guys explode on stage and show everyone what we've prepared for you. So, but before that, I want to get you inspired. Remember Monday, we had Lady Bounce? And they gave an amazing performance. Well, I have another performance for you. Yeah, some of you were wondering, oh, who is that girl next to you, Jason, walking around? Well, I said it's a surprise. Well, she is a professional dancer, and she does jazz dance. So she's been training for years, and what you will see is a lyrical performance. It's called lyrical jazz, and it's a little bit more moving and emotional. But I'm excited to introduce her to you. And guys, if you see something you like, make some noise. If you see something you don't like, still make some noise. All right, so right now, let's introduce Jiyeon. Everyone make some noise!
You must think that I'm stupid. You must think that I'm a fool. You must think that I'm new to this, but I have seen this all before. I'm never gonna let you close to me, even though you mean the most to me. 'Cause every time I open up it hurts. So I'm never gonna get too close to you, even when I mean the most to you, in case you go and leave me in the dirt. But every time you hurt me, the less that I cry. And every time you leave me, the quicker this tears dry. And every time you walk out, the less I love you. Baby, we don't stand a chance. It's sad but it's true. I'm way too good at goodbyes.
Give it up!
당신을 사랑한다 했잖아요. 안 들려요. 왜 못 들은 척해요. 당신을 바라보는 내 눈빛 알잖아요. 안 보여요. 왜 못 본 척하냐고요. 난 언제나 그랬어. 당신만 쭉 바라봤어. 넌 언제 그랬냐 역정을 내겠지만 당신이 뭘 좋아하는지 당최 모르겠어서 이렇게 저렇게 꾸며보느라 우스운 꼴이지만 사랑받고 싶어요. 더 많이 많이 love you 루즈한 그 말도 너에게는 평생 듣고 싶어. 자꾸 듣고 싶어. 언제까지 기다려야 해. 언제까지.
Yeah, give it up for Jiyeon! All right, I'm gonna take 2 good questions from you, but wait, you guys know you have to ask the right question, right? Ask a relevant question. Nothing about age. All right, let's see. Oh, and I am the master translator, as you guys know, right? I'm gonna do my best. All right, all right. I think she's got a good question. Nice, loud, and clear. Okay, why did you start dance? Why did you start dance? Hold up. 제가 하고 싶어요. 왜 춤 시작했어요? 네, 그리고 재즈 댄스요. 네.
감정을 표현할 수 있는 부분에서 매력을 느껴서
Because I don't know what she just said. You know what it means? Come here, come here. Say it nice, loud, and clear.
So she can express her emotions.
Oh, you trying to take my job? She's trying to take my job. And you know what else she said? She said because it makes her feel good. I don't know. Okay, one more question. She's sitting nice and still. I'm gonna take her nice and loud. 몇 년. Hey, I got this. Chill out. 몇 년 동안 춤췄어요?
10 years.
10년. 10 years. All right, we'll take one. Mrs. Moon, do you have one?
Yes, I would like to know what inspires you when you dance. What inspires you? You may need some-
뭐가 영감. Is it 영감, right? 뭐가 영감으로 어떻게 영감으로 받아요? I'm telling you, my Korean is perfect.
영화라든지 가사라든지 그다음에 그림 조각을 보고도 영감을 받아서 작품을 짠 적이 있어요.
영화, like movie. Okay, like movies. 그리고 lyrics. 그리고 and pictures. That's what inspires her. Great question. All right, we got to keep it moving. Keep it rolling. One more. I'll take one more. Okay, yeah. Oh no, I'll take a question from a boy. Yes. What did you think? What did you get impacted by?
What, maybe who impacted you as a dancer?
Okay. 누구한테 영감을 받았어요? No? Okay, sorry. Come here. I need you.
누가 뭐지?
3, 2. Yes, yell it out. Go. Yeah, just 그냥 we have to keep it moving. All right, she got it. Go. Quiet, guys. I need it in Korean. I realize I'm not good in Korean anymore right now. Okay, yeah, 누가 영감을 받았어?
누구한테 영감을 받았냐? 이 작품 말씀하시는 건가요?
No, dance.
춤. 저는 옛날에부터 그 이효리 아실까요? 네, do you know? 린다지, you know? 린다지. 거기서 맨 처음에 춤을 보고 화려해서 너무 추고 싶다 했는데 이제 나중에는 춤추는 그 탄치의 희정 선생님이라고 계시는데 그분을 보고 재즈 댄스에 약간 꽂혔죠.
First it was Ihoyori, then when she started taking jazz dance, there was a teacher that also inspired her and impacted her. All right, I'm going to finish it off. I'm going to close it off here. Everyone, say thank you. She's going to stick around, so if you see her later, make sure to say hi and teach her some English because she wants to learn. Thank you very much.
All right, that was inspiring to me, I have to tell you. And now for the next part of our sharing, I'm going to ask the students to get on stage for Hindsight is 2020 very quietly as I give a little perspective. This is a poem that we found about the experience we've had with the pandemic. And so we would like to do a full poetry alive presentation of Hindsight is 2020. So could we give them a big round of applause as they get into position?
Alright, slow down everybody. I have a story here to tell. The story starts long ago in a world I once would dwell. It was a world of waste and wonder, of poverty and plenty. Back before we understood why hindsight is 2020.
You see, the people came up with companies to trade across all lands. But they swelled and got much bigger than we ever could have planned. We'd always had our wants. But now it got so quick. You could have anything you dreamed of in a day and with a click.
We noticed families had stopped talking. Now that's not to say they never spoke, but the conversations melted and the work-life balance broke. And the children's eyes grew squarer, and every toddler had a phone. They filtered out the imperfections, but amidst the noise, they felt alone.
And every day the skies grew thicker until you couldn't see the stars. So we flew in planes to find them, while down below we filled our cars. We drive all around all day in circles, we'd forgotten how to run. We swapped the ground for tarmac, shrunk the parts till there was none.
We filled the sea with plastic because our waste was never capped. Until each day when you went fishing, you pulled them out already wrapped.
But then in 2030, a new virus came our way. The governments reacted and told us to all hide away. But while we are all hidden, amidst the fear and all the while, the people dusted off their instincts. They remembered how to smile. They started clapping to say thank you. Thank you. And calling up their moms.
And while the car keys gathered dust, they would look forward to their runs. And with the skies less full of voyagers, the earth began to breathe. The beaches bore new wildlife that hurried off into the seas.
Some people started dancing. Some were singing. Some were baking. And some were jogging. We'd grown so used to bad news, but some good news was in the making.
And so when we found the cure and were allowed to go outside, we all preferred the world we found to the one we left behind. Old habits
became extinct and made way for the new. And every single act of kindness was given its due. But why did it take a virus to bring back people together?
Well, sometimes you have got to get sick before you start feeling better.
Now sit back and dream of tomorrow and all the things that we can do together.
And who knows? If you dream hard enough, maybe some of them will come true.
Now I call this the great realization. And yes, since then, there have been many.
But that's the story of how it started.
And why hindsight's 2020.
Thank you so much. They learned that this week in the last 4 days. So I'm so proud of them, and we have a lot of hope for the future. Now we have a special dance presentation, which they also learned this week with Mr. Jason Lee, and they're now going to get him in position for the dance.
got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric wavy when I turn it on. Off from my city, off from my home. We're flying up no ceiling when we in our zone. I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off of it, moving so phenomenally. You're more like the way we rock it, so don't stop. And under the lights when everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm getting you close. When we move, well you already know. So just imagine. Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel good creeping up on you, so just dance, dance, dance. Go. All those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. And ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. Oh, yeah, yeah. I can't stop the. I can't stop the. I can't stop the. Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel good creeping up on you, so just dance, dance, dance. Down. Got this feeling in my body. Can't stop the feeling. Got this feeling in my body.
All right, let's give them one more round of applause. They learned that in one lesson. So proud of you. And now we're going to go to the next part of our sharing, where we share with you the plays that we devised about our vision for the future. And we're so excited that the kids learned all their lines and did everything this week. So I'm so proud of them for the effort they put in. So I'm going to ask 4L to go backstage and the other classes to quietly go sit in their seats as we transition into 4L's play. Yes, we have a little word here about the dance from Ara.
So, when we were doing the dance, the whole thing is the credit goes to Mr. Jason Lee.
Yes, let's give it up for Mr. Jason Lee for his work on the dance. Thank you, Ara. That is awesome. Thank you.
We are 4L. We are about to tell you a story that may change your life forever.
The story takes place 80 years ago in the US.
This play was written by 4L. Special writing credits go to Sophie, Ellen, Minjung, Matthew, Gemma, Victoria, Juno, and Mrs. Moon, who each played a special role of writing this show.
Our time machine is almost finished. Where's my assistant? I want my coffee and I want it now.
Maybe she wants to get more supplies.
Why is it that I always have to get my coffee for myself?
We are scientists. We should be respected.
This is our chance to ride the amazing bicycle he made.
Oh, be careful. We don't want the scientists to hear us. They're crazy.
Maybe it's not a good idea. Takeshi? Do you think this is it?
Maybe we can get it to work by pushing something.
Please, let's have some fun. I've been so bored being locked up in this lab. Maybe we can make that thing explode.
Well, we don't know what's gonna happen unless we try. Come on, everybody.
Get off my hot dog stand, you crazy kids. Sorry for laughing on a big stand. So can I ask, where are we and what year is it? It's our year 2033. What's that? Are we being attacked? I'll help you guys. Catch the ground in the air.
We almost suffocated.
Oh, look at the sky.
Robots.
It's so dark.
Robots.
Look at the sky. It's so dark. What time of the day is it and what time of the year is it?
It's winter and it's the middle of the day, but we don't see the sun much anymore.
Then why is it so hot here?
This is how it is all year round.
Wait, where are all the trees?
Trees, too many fires, wipe them out.
We're in trouble, guys. How will we ever get back?
Maybe those guys over there can help us.
A group of older kids from the future were talking nearby.
Do you think I can't wait to go to Hyperloop.
Neither can I. I hope I can see Mars from it.
Just remember, pack everything because we won't be able to get back to Earth. This is for a lifetime. Do you think we can get the exclusive tour of Mars, where you can decide if you want to build a house on Mars if you want to?
Well, I heard Elon Musk was offering this tour, so maybe we could get in.
Guys, do you think we should sneak on the Hyperloop? I bet the technology is way better than ours. I want to go.
So do we!
The kids were so excited to have this adventure. They followed the teens to their homes. The next morning, the teenagers woke up to go on the Hyperloop.
They were so exhausted from their time travel, but they still stayed up all night waiting for the teens to go so they could follow them. I bet you are wondering how they got on the Hyperloop without being noticed, right?
The kids snuck into the teenagers' bags while they were sleeping.
When they got to the Hyperloop, they snuck out of their bags and onto the spaceship. They looked out of the bottom of the spaceship. The loop was so fast, and before they knew it, they were in space. And when they looked down, they saw Mars.
Doesn't look like any pictures I saw. When they got off the ship, they followed the teens again and realized they were going on the exclusive tours. But to their shock, Mars was not what they expected. I thought Mars was supposed to be the solution. I can hardly breathe here.
Just looks like a dry desert. And where's the water? Earth of the future and now Mars of the future. This is not good!
We need to find a way to get back, and then we have to get underneath that water tunnel. What are you doing here?
We were at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Even if we sort of landed in the future in a time machine,
Mars dogs, Mars dogs, Mars dogs, from Mars dogs dealers for 99 cents each.
As you can imagine, the scientists did help the kids and they made it back to Earth. This time when they landed, they escaped from the evil scientists who had kidnapped them and went back to their homes.
They were so disturbed of what they saw in the future that they decided to tell people about it. They also decided to consult one of the most intelligent people they ever heard of, Albert Einstein. He was old but still brilliant. They told them what they saw and experienced. He believed them when others would not. They also gave them lots of ideas of how to change the future for good.
Imagination is more than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world. Use your imagination.
We will!
This earth is beautiful.
It is ours.
Let's not take it for granted or ruin it.
There is no second Earth.
So protect the Earth.
It's the only one you have got.
Thank you for watching our show. We hope you enjoyed watching it as much as we enjoyed creating it.
All right, let's give it up again for 4L. Thank you guys. And for that wonderful advice from Einstein. Imagination is the key, and they are very imaginative young people, so I'm excited about the future. As they go and sit down, I'd like you to give a huge round of applause and support to 4S as they come to do their play.
This play includes fantasy and imagination, and this play also includes determination to save the earth and their parents. Also, loyalty and generosity to help each other.
This play is about a power-hungry president and a mad scientist trying to take over the world, and they kidnap the kids' parents, so the kids and the doges have to try and stop them.
We would like to thank all the students in 4S who has helped us with the play. The writers are EJ and me. We hope you have a good time listening to the play. In the future, 2051, a miserable event struck the world.
All because of one power-hungry president.
I must take power. The greatest chance I have is to first eliminate all adults. Then I'll kidnap all kids and train them what we exactly want them to do. To do that, I'll need a mad scientist to help me with my plan. Yes, President! I know how we can eliminate all adults and take the children.
It was known that the mad scientist used to be a decent, focused person with a scientific vision.
But he lost his mind because he was in his lab alone most of the time, and he too became power hungry, and the president has promised him lots of power.
Are you done building the robots that will eliminate all adults? Yes, sir. I'll show them to you right now.
As soon as the mad scientist pressed the button, robots started to appear, along with the Doges, which was not part of the original plan.
Yes, you did it. Now you will have the power to eliminate all adults and take their children captive.
The Doges overheard the conversation between the president and the mad scientist and snuck out to alert all adults.
Parents were terrified for their children.
Oh no, we must keep the kids safe. I have an idea. What is it? Let's hide all the kids underground so they won't get caught. Better that they live rather than us. With great responsibilities come great sacrifices. Well, that is very profound. We must protect the children. But why is this happening?
The community decided that the adults should sacrifice themselves to keep a higher chance of the kids staying alive.
Now it begins!
Finally, our time has come. We can finally take over the world.
The 99.9999% of all the adults, including the president and the mad scientist, all started disappearing and no one knew where they were.
Where are we? Feels like we've been here for days and days. Don't you think we should get out of this place now? Yeah, we should. We need to get outside and see what happens. Yes, let's all work together to get outside.
The community of kids agreed on the idea that they should go out and see what happened.
Yes, we made it! But where are our parents? I don't see anyone.
All of the kids in the community were sobbing because they realized that their parents were gone.
There must be at least one adult left, right? But I don't see anyone. What about the kids who had an argument with their parents? I was with them, and I felt so sorry for them. Let's go find an adult that still might be alive. We can't give up! We got this!
So the 5 kids and the 5 Doges went on a journey to find even one adult.
Meanwhile, the parents were being overseen at the black hole by the robots and their leader.
You can't keep us in here forever. Yeah, someone will figure this out. Our kids are capable and smart enough to figure this out. Believe me, you will never capture them.
You'll never go back to your life from the past, and you'll never see your children again. The robots have taken control by now.
The world will be completely under our control.
You humans think you are so smart, but guess what? We robots outsmarted you.
Okay, we've been through Texas. Now what? We're going to go through every place in North America and South America if we have to. Okay.
After 3 months of searching, the humans and the Doges wanted to give up more than ever.
I think we should keep trying. Me too. We should.
I'm bursting on my feet, my hands, all over my body from doing this. Enough is enough. Hey, we never checked underground.
Oh yeah.
What? Now we have to go underground?
After 3 weeks of more searching, the community arrived in California.
Okay, guys. Come on. We're digging here. Right here. Here we go. Hey, we got something.
Angela, the Doge, and Nancy found a huge portal with the door. Soon, everyone crowded around and the whole community wondered what was inside.
What's in here? Let's jump in. 1, 2, 3, go. Oh, my toe.
Because I specialize in hiding and more money than anyone. But don't worry, I have a plan. We can work together to go to the black hole and find the adult. Show them my design!
Absolutely, gather around.
The adults are in the black hole?
Sadly, yes, but don't lose hope you're in good hands.
Yes, unfortunately. I predicted this was coming, so I started to build a spaceship that will take us there. I see you have Doges too.
Are the Doges useful?
Definitely. They're terrific builders and they never give up.
Yeah, we are. Okay, how are we going to build a spaceship?
So, we're going to use the Doge's talent to add to the Hyper 2 to Moon boosters and then Finite teleporting diamond booster.
Okay, if you say so. Let's get to work.
2 years passed, and the kids, the Doges, and Elon Musk finally finished building the spaceship.
Finally done!
Is everyone, I mean every animal, ready to kick off?
Yes!
Here we go, and no eating inside the spaceship. Yay!
Finally, the kids, the Doges, and Elon Musk arrived at the black hole.
The president, the mad scientist, and the robots were not expecting this at all. They didn't even have anyone on guard, as they had no idea how to get out and had given up hope.
What is this? Yeah, what is this? How can this happen?
Our plan is to take the parent souls, okay?
They're hacking souls?
Yes, let's go and get them now.
The community managed to get all the souls and leave in time. They left the mad scientist and the president behind. Finally, the community arrived home and freed all the parents' souls.
Everything came back to normal, and they lived their lives never taking their parents or kids for granted again. Elon Musk shared his wealth to save
the environment, and to finance trips to Mars for resources.
But one thing has changed. The Doges are now friends with humans, and the community reprogrammed the robots to be nice, and the villains are finally gone.
All right, we can only hope and pray that Elon Musk will get his act together and support us. Support this world. Elon Musk came up in a lot of our play discussions. I think we should write him a letter. All right, boys and girls, let's give it up one more time for 4S. Yes. And saving the parents. How wonderful. And now, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together as they get ready for 4C. It will just take them a couple seconds to get everything set up, but we will be ready to go in just a minute. Can I just add in that last play that unfortunately 2 of the students in 4S were not able to come to school today. So I want to say thank you to the actors who stepped in and played their roles. We appreciate it. They were doing double duty, so thank you so much. And we just have to say that we very much miss June and Yoon today.
All right. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the wonderful class of 4C's 4th grade theater festival performance. And I know you're all very excited, but before we begin, I must ask you all some favors. Number 1, please raise your hand up if you know what a fisherman is. And number 2, please raise your hand up if you know what an electrical eel is. All right, thank you everyone. All hands up is exactly what I like to see. Now we may continue. First off, if it wasn't a dead giveaway, our play is named The Fisherman and the Eel, as it is about a fisherman who is somehow affected by the eel. Very vague and suspenseful, isn't it? Well, don't you worry, because a wonderful class is not only acting in it, but also contains the writers, is about to perform the, you guessed it, Fisherman and the Eel. Give it up for the man, the myth, the legend, Ryland Lee! And herself, the queen of unicorns, or should I say unicorns, Unimaruche! The wonderful Caleb Lamb, who I can now confirm with new evidence isn't actually a lamb. Zoe Hansen, probably not related to the people in the band Hansen, but who knows? And the rest of 4C! Keep going. Okay, you can stop. Just joking, keep going. just a little more. And okay, that's enough. Now I'm gonna go and run into hiding. See you soon.
There once was a brave eel. He was like any other eel except for the fact of transportation. Yes, his transportation ideas were not even heard of for any eel, let alone any living thing. For transportation, he could swim down a stream or any body of water normally. But to travel long distances, he would time travel, specifically traveling over time periods.
This is definitely abnormal for any normal eel. But like we said before, he wasn't a normal eel. So he would go in time travel into many different times, like dinosaurs, Egypt, and 2020. Until one day, there was a fisherman who was on the bank of a river and looking to catch something to eat. He cast his net with lots of eel bait on the end of the net.
I should surely catch something. I better catch something. It's been 5 hours.
Luckily, the eel just so happened to be swimming down the stream at the place where the fisherman was. So as expected, the eel swam right into the trap. He tried with a valiant effort to untangle himself, but the net was too strong for the eel, and the eel was immediately pulled out of the stream. The eel had no choice but to be paralyzed.
This will make a wonderful meal tonight.
The fisherman was filled with delight the moment that he pulled the eel out of the stream. He was so excited that he was even thinking about taking a nibble at the eel, even before he prepared it and put it on the table for his family.
Dad! Don't eat that eel before you cook it! That's disgusting!
He was so hungry that he didn't even think about the fact that the eel was electric. And little did he know that eel had a special power.
Where am I? Hello, Mr. Fisherman. We are the dancing cyborgs. You must be new, so let us introduce ourselves. Hello there, Mr. Fisherman. Let us introduce you to our lovely world. And that is flying skateboard, and even better, flying sofa. But where on earth am I? You're not on Earth. You're on Mars. Well, I'm getting out of here. I live on Earth, and I can barely breathe up here. Whoa, wait, Mr. Fisherman. Beware Robotica the first. And beware Robotica robot. If they're being mean to you, don't be mean back or they'll fight you. They're number one at fighting and everything else as well. Stay safe, Mr. Fisherman. But can't you help me get back to Earth?
The fisherman was terrified, but he had to try to get back to Earth. As he was walking across the terrain, Robotica appeared out of nowhere.
Who are you? How do you not know who I am? I am Robotica the First. And I am Robotica Robot. Sorry, I'm new. I got teleported here by you. Well, I know a way for you to go back home. All you need to do is find the eel that bit you and let it bite you again. Oh, wow. Look, it's conveniently placed under my cloak. Whoa! Thanks! Whoa! Do you really think that we're going to give it to you like that? Oh, yeah. Because I thought you were nice people. No! There's a price you have to pay. You must find the legendary stone. Then we will give you the eel. What stone?
Just like that, Robotica and Robotica Robot disappeared. The fisherman was in despair. How would he ever get to that eel again? Where is the stone, and how would he find the two Roboticas again? All of a sudden, he looked up and saw a dragon, a flying dog, and a unicorn, followed by many other planetary animals. Oh, and they were all talking.
What are you even saying? Don't give up! I need help.
He proceeded to tell them the whole story.
You don't need a special stone in order to get back to Earth. He said that just to trick you. There is no magic stone. All you need to do is find the eel that bit you. But where will I find the eel? There's not even any water here. Everything is so dry and parched and burned. We'll fly you to the only place that has water left.
He flew on the backs for days and saw nothing but dry and parched land. Finally, they landed near a long river.
Where are we? In South Korea! This is the River Han. It is magical and protected, and it is the only water left. 이곳은 한강입니다. 이 강은 마법이 흐르며 보호받고 있는 이 행성에 남은 유일한 물입니다.
Then they waited. They waited for what seemed like hours. But eventually, an eel was spotted. The fisherman used every technique he knew to capture that eel. He knew he had to make it mad so it would bite him. Just as he was trying to get bit, he spotted the roboticas coming out of nowhere.
As the roboticas lunged toward the fisherman, the three animals worked together to distract him. The dog bit him, the unicorn stabbed him with his horn, and the dragon sent a blast of fire at him. This distracted him so much, the fisherman was finally able to get bit.
When the fisherman woke up, he was home. He made sure to be very careful around eels in the future and to be grateful for the life he had. He would never forget the creatures that worked with him to get him home. He knew he would never abuse the fish he caught again either.
Eels get enough abuse.
Yeah, just because we are filled with electricity.
I am so glad this fisherman has come to his senses.
Whatever happened to that eel who could time travel?
I haven't seen him ever since the fisherman time traveled too. I heard the roboticas killed him and ate him. I feel so bad about that. I think I'm gonna give up fishing and become a farmer where I can grow crops instead of killing fish. The
All right, let's give it up one more time for 4C. Yeah. Great job, guys. I think we need to be kinder to our fish in this planet. Something to think about. All right, can you give a huge round of applause and support to our last but not least group, 4H.
everyone. Before we start the play, I'd like to tell you a little bit about this 4-H play, The Past Affects the Future. A strange substitute teacher comes to the class and Mr. Henretti calls in sick. The presence of the substitute teacher is frightening. Can the students survive this one day? The time is ticking. I hope you enjoy this play that we worked on during this week. Thank you for coming to watch this play.
Not too far into the future, there was a class of kids who lived their lives like civilized people.
Well, most of us are civilized anyway.
There was a school on Block 2021 in the new and improved Seoul, South Korea. The city has buses, taxis, cars, and trucks that use electricity to run on.
The school was called Seoul Foreign School, and it had 30 floors, and all the students were allowed to use the elevator.
But one day in 4-H, the class had a new substitute. Usually the substitutes were nice, but on this day, it was different. His name was Mr. Norton. No one had ever seen him before or knew how he got to be a sub. He had a very strange eyes.
Today, class, we will be going on a field trip to a historical museum full of mummies, crowns of once Greek queens, and other artifacts and relics.
Hi, welcome to our museum class. We have some exciting displays for you today. Wait, don't split up. Let's please stay together. It is unsafe. I think I recognize that crown. It might belong to my great-great-great-grandmother.
Sure it did! In the dreams!
Hey, everyone, look at this. Look at all these dinosaurs from the past.
Everyone rushed over to see the prehistoric animals. This class was unusual. They were like a big family, and they were known in the school for loving animals and pets. At the end of the year, 4-H would take home their very own goldfish, in which they kept in their classroom.
Children, come over here immediately. I want to show this ancient relic.
Excuse me, sir. You're not allowed in that area. It is on high security.
Mr. Norton ignored the museum guide and pushed her aside. His voice was so harsh, they did not dare disobey him. The teacher got him into a line and started pushing them towards the relic. When they looked at him, it appeared as though his eyes were green lights boring into them.
What is happening? Do you guys feel that?
There's a ringing in my ears. Make it stop.
I feel like my hand is exploding.
My hands are going numb.
I can't see anything. Am I going blind? Yeah, let's get out of here.
We have to get away from this place.
But how? I can't move my body.
Try harder. There has to be a way.
They tried to run from the relic, but it had a too cold, tight grip on them, and they had no choice but to stay. Once the relic was locked in, they started disappearing one by one. One by one, each student was gone.
When the children opened their eyes, they were sitting on their rears in what looked like the rock ruins of the museum. There were people in lab coats, and some had on tuxedos and fancy dresses. But there was something very strange about them. The class realized their clothes had changed as well.
Look at what you're wearing. Look at what you're wearing.
How did I get this outfit?
My hair's different.
Where are we?
Why is it so hard to breathe?
I know that noise. is nothing but my problem. Wait a minute. Was this museum hit by a bomb? We got attacked by the queen who must not be spoken of. Queen? She's an alien from the planet Mars. They say she escaped from the black hole where she has been in prison for thousands of years. So what are you doing? I am a scientist interested in the alien queen. I'm trying to find a way to defeat her before she destroys us. I just wear this outfit so no one will suspect me. My great-great-grandmother is a scientist too, and she told me about the site where she believed there would be answers for us.
Wait, if this is the future, and we both are connected to this museum, are you my great-great-granddaughter in the future?
What's your last name?
Branson?
That's mine too. This is a miracle because we came from around 8 years ago.
What's the life like in 2100? I'm just wondering.
We live in fear of invasion. Is that a flying house? Is that a flying unicorn? You have robots here. I'm a cyborg. We don't use machines to travel now. We use anti-gravity machines, such as animals, such as dragons, human hybrids, mutants. Are those robots?
Yes, robots do everything. Fortunately, the alien queen has them under her power as well.
Luke did not say anything, but he had a secret. He had grabbed the relic when he was teleported, and he put it in his pocket. He wondered if that was what the lady was searching for. He wanted to be sure he could trust her first, so he said nothing.
When the Trojan turned, they saw an alien in a silver crown. Its skin was gray and hideous. She had 3 heads. They all tried to run, but when they did, they felt the same cold grip as the relic in the museum. They could not move. Beside the queen was a fierce robot dog with cannons on his back who looked like he could attack at any time.
So you are from the past. No, wait. You leave them alone. I intend to take control of the past, present, and future. You will be the ones who help me do it.
As the children looked at her eyes, they realized she had the same eyes as their substitute teacher.
How can we help you? We are just kids!
I will use you as my experiments to learn about the past.
And then I will use all I know about the past and the present to control the future.
Oh, and you were the last ones to see my secret weapon.
Guys, I didn't want to say anything, but I stole the relic, the relic that brought us here on the test site. Yeah, it's quite dangerous, right? So do you think it will take us further into the future? Yes, I do. Wait. Can we try, or we will be stuck here with the alien queen forever? But she's not looking. Everyone must touch her.
When the alien queen had led them away and chained them to a wall, she left them. Luke still had the relic in his pocket. He slipped his hand in and pulled it out. Every student locked eyes at the relic, and before they knew it, they're teleporting once again. They didn't know if it would take them to their present life or further into the future, but they had to try.
When they woke up this time, they were in the desert. There was nothing but metal, trash, thick air, and desert sand. They wondered if the future was impacted by the alien queen and the devastation already.
Maybe we can find someone with the technology to destroy the alien queen. We have to try to find some civilization. What is that out there? Not gonna let us It's landing. Will they help us defeat the alien queen so we can restore the past, present, and future? Is there hope?
They were right. It was a group from the space military who had been searching for a way to defeat the alien queen. They gave them the relic to use and destroy.
At first, the space military sent the class back to Earth. They never saw the substitute again, but they never forgot what they saw in the future.
They determined from that day on, they'll make a difference by making their world a better place.
The end.
So much, everybody. Let's give it up again for 4H and 4C and 4S and last but not least 4L. All right. Thank you, everyone, for watching our plays and our kind of visions of the future. And right now, boys and girls, we have a special treat we want to show you. So if you look up at the screen, we will show you what we have prepared. And thank you to Oliver for helping us do this.
I hope that COVID ends fast and we can play without our masks. And also I hope the world manages to get our resources more sustainably.
I hope for no more poverty. I hope that everybody gets an equal education because I know that some people don't get to go to school. I hope we don't have to wear masks.
I hope there's peace in our world.
I hope that the world and the school lives for a long time and there's less sadness and less war.
I hope the world has peace so then there won't be any wars and chances of people dying. And the earth for the ecosystem to be better. So then the earth could live longer and we could. I wish everyone got treated equally. I hope in the future there's no viruses like coronavirus, and I wish there's peace.
I hope for my future and the rest of our people's future is that there is no more endangered animals or extinct animals and no more global warming.
I hope for everyone to become a billionaire and for better air quality. I hope for climate change to drop down and animals to start surviving more. What I hope for our future is for everyone to stop smoking.
I hope for no pollution.
I want to have a better world. I hope for the environment to be sustainable.
I
I hope for COVID to be gone. I hope that there will be no poverty in the future. I hope that people will stop deforestation. I hope that in the future everybody will be thought of as equal people.
Woke up staring at this empty room. Looked at 1,000 different pictures that your mother took of you. You see, I had this crazy dream last night. This man, he talked to me. He told me everything that's good and bad about my history. But he said that you are the future. He said that you are the future. And the future looks good. The future looks good. Oh, call me anytime, yeah, every time you're losing it. And tell me anyone and every time you're losing it. Because you know anybody, everybody else can lie. Honey, I won't see you with a broken set of eyes. And I swear that you are the future. I say
This is the last time that I'm going to ask you to do some silent thinking. But I want you to answer this question to yourself. What future do you want others to think about, to see, or to feel? What future do you want others to think about, to see, or to feel?
Staring at this empty room. Looked at 1,000 different pictures that your mother took of you.
Can we say a big thank you to Oliver for all the footage that he took this week? Give him a big wave. Thank you so much. And I hope you enjoyed that. That's going to be on our website too, and we'll be sure to send that. Of course, your parents will see it in the video of our sharing. So I want to thank everybody so much for all they contributed to today, to this sharing, and also to this whole week. And Mr. Striffler has something that he wants to give to you as kids who were participants in the festival. And so I'm going to turn the microphone over to him, just a little memorabilia of the week, and then we're going to say a few specific thank yous. But we hope your parents enjoy our sharing. We didn't call it a performance because a performance we do over weeks of time. but we called it a sharing because we shared a little bit of what we experienced this week together. And I really, really like that idea. And I'm really glad to everyone who came and shared in it with us today. Thank you for our audience who came today. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Miss Moon. So, guys, girls, I have some special thank yous I want to shout out to everybody. So first, can we all thank Mr. Oliver for coming around this week and doing all the photos? Second, if they're here, I mean, they're not all here, but there are a few of them here. So if you are here and you did a workshop, and all our workshop leaders, and I see Miss Unjung in the back, and I see Mr. Jason in the back, Mr. Black's up in the booth up there. Nice and loud for our workshop presenter. There were so many awesome workshops. We had parents, we had staff, faculty, everybody was helping with those workshops. And so we're so happy, and they all can't be here because some of them are teaching right now and those types of things, but we're so happy with all those workshops. So thank you. Next, I want to thank Mr. Lucchesi, who's in the back, and Mr. Aaron, who helped us out. So let's have a big round of applause for Mr. Lucchesi and Mr. Aaron. Now we have 4 special people we're going to call up to the stage who really need some big applause. So first, can we have Mrs. Lucchesi come up in a big round of applause for Miss Lucchesi? Come on, let's hear it! Next, can we have Mr. Sherba come up to the stage? Mr. Sherba. Here he comes, here he comes, here he comes. Keep giving it up for Mr. Sherba. He's gonna get here. Next, can we have Mr. Hanratty come up? Mr. Hanratty. And last, of course, not least, Mr. Carr, come up to the stage. So guys, up here, listen up, listen up, listen up. Up here for each of your teachers and for you, listen up. I've made certificates for all of you that you get for being in the festival. Everyone gets a copy of the picture you took with your class at the beginning of the festival, and your teachers get 2 really big pictures of like the whole group together. So everyone's gonna get to go home with something in their class today. Some certificates and some pictures. So wait, I'm not done. Nobody, I'm sure, at this school cares about you, works with you more than these 4 people up here, right? So big round of applause for these people. Finally, last but certainly not least, the biggest round of applause for Miss Moon. Can Miss Moon come up? Get up, everybody, get up, get up! Make some noise! So, thank you. Miss Moon's gonna say one thing that I'm gonna close. Actually, I'm gonna have one other person come up after Miss Moon. Then I'm gonna close with one more thing. So I'm gonna give it to Miss Moon first, then it's gonna come back to me.
So guys, I just wanted to say, the gift is you. And this was a team effort. Mr. Striffler and Mr. Black and I were together from day one on this, and I'm so grateful that I get to work with a team like Mr. Striffler and Mr. Black, so that we can kind of create together. So can you give a huge round of applause to them as well as being part of this team? Thank you so much. And Mr. Black up there in the rafters, who we love. And thank you also to Mr. Black for putting in all of your music and your images and the sound effects at the last minute. And, okay.
I'm going to invite one more person up to say one thing before we go, and then I'm going to speak one more time. So Mr. Prest is going to come up and say something. Let's hear it for Mr. Prest.
Hey, grade 4. It's really good, actually. As I was sitting over there, it's been almost 18 months since I've spoken to students like this in one place, so it's great just to speak to you. I just want to say what's already been said many times, lots of thank yous. This year we couldn't do what we wanted to do, and that created a challenge. But once again, we saw at Seoul Foreign School, we've got a challenge. Our wonderful and talented teachers rise to the occasion. So thank you, Edie, John, and all the other art team, the performing arts team who have made this happen. Let's give them a round of applause. And the grade 4 team. I saw Mr. Carr bust out some moves on the first morning that really set the tone of what the week was going to be about. But thank you, grade 4, and all the other teachers who have contributed to make this week so special. And lastly, I want to thank you, grade 4. You took on the challenge. I know Mrs. Moon has given you lots of quotes each week. Mine can't match those, but my message to you on the first day was, you get into something, what you get out of something is what you put into it. And I can tell you put 100% into this week. So thank you for giving it all your heart. And it looks like you had an incredible time and lots and lots of fun. Thank you so much, grade 4.
So guys, I want to say one more thing, and then maybe Miss Moon has something to share with you. I'm not sure, but I want to share one. So I need everyone quiet, focus. At the beginning of the week, Mr. Flanagan opened us in a prayer. I'm going to close us in a prayer as we head out for the week. So I'm going to ask everybody to be silent and bow their head for a moment, please. Thank you. Dear Jesus, thank you for the opportunity to gather this whole week for fun, for learning, for collaboration and reflection. Thank you for the adults in here. Thank you for all the gifts they can share with these students. Thank you, students, for sharing all your gifts with us and letting us learn from you. It is such a privilege to be able to learn from these fourth grade students. We ask that you keep us safe, keep us protected, and again, bring your blessings upon us and upon So Far in School. We ask this in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you.